seen you go on high. You did that, and every time, bang, 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 finish off the left hook. When you touch him with that hand, stay there, come back with the right hand. As soon as you land the right hand, take off with the left hook, right? And pull the right hand back into his chest there. There, pull it in here and come over, right? You just touch it there and come there. So keep it the same. 3 minutes, it's yours. Come on. Right? Nothing stupid. Nothing to put the hands up. Who's going to rush in here? Who's going to rush in here?
So, we did have an issue there, which was sorted. So apologies for that. We will put this bout up separately. We're going into round number 3 with Colin Kearney and Martin Kerr. So we're in the third and final round between Colin Kearney and Martin Kerr. My apologies as we just went down, but we sorted it, back up and running.
The joys of live streaming, isn't it, Jimmy?
I know, that's stressful.
You must be pretty used to this by now, all the different issues that can crop up. I think we cut out just before the end of the Caitlin Greaves bout. I think it looks like it froze. So we did. So anyone who missed, Caitlin Greaves was the winner in that bout. So she will move forward to the final, where she will box.
We will repost that along with the interview. She had a great interview.
This is currently the male 63.5 kilogram light welterweight semi-final. We've got Colin Kearney of Jonesy's in the red versus Martin Kerr of Renfrewshire in the blue.
So this is all the streams back up and running on all the 3, so JTV Raw's Facebook, YouTube and Boxing Scotland's.
So ladies and gentlemen, we have go ahead from Robert Henderson. We will bring both boxes together. We go to our judges' score totals. We have a unanimous decision. The winner and through to the final in the
That's right, okay, I'll stay with him. Right.
So we're going to find out who is going to be Colin Kearney in the final.
Yeah, that's us. Well done, Colin. How was that for you today?
That was good, aye. Good to get my second senior fight out of the way. Fought a box well, fought a box to instruction. The boy came in, he was just trying to keep it like fucking. Oh, sorry, just trying to keep it nice and short, but thought I kept it long the majority of the fight and I caught him the queen of shots, so chuffed. Looking forward to the final on the 9th.
Well, the next semi-final's just about to come on, so you're planning to watch this one?
I'm going to watch this one, and whoever wins this, I'll meet them on the 9th, but I'm going to win it.
Obviously, you've been a part of the elite boxing group. I believe you're currently on a career break, is that right?
I'm on a career break now, but...
what career is that?
I work for Farms Construction, doing work there, and then I'm still training at nights at my club Jonesy's as well. So they're keeping me fucking ticking over. Fucking looking forward to it.
Well, well done and good luck in the final.
Right, cheers, mate.
Thank you.
So apologies for any swearing, but you could just tell he's got that enthusiasm, that passion for boxing. Well done to Colin. So what did they say the career was?
Construction. So I'd been told engineering, so it's in the right ballpark. I think we've said before that we learn every time we do this. I think now a warning about swearing is today's learning.
I don't mind on my channel, but you Boxing Scotland channel might. You got a wee bleep button. This is Alex, Ross, and Charlie Doyg. So Alex won a very close fight against Lewis Henderson of Perth Railway in the quarterfinals in a 3-2 split decision. It really could have went either way. He's 23 years old and he's had just over 20 bouts. And Charlie Doyg, we spoke about him travelling.
Yeah, we saw him last weekend. He won his preliminary bout against Aidan Gemmell of Irvine Vineborough. Aidan retired on a stool after the first round. And then he actually got a walkover in the quarterfinal against Billy Miller of Glenrothes, who had withdrawn. So he's only had one round so far in the competition.
You said he just came back from Canada.
Yeah, so you might have seen on our Facebook, he got invited to go over by the Canadian Amateur Boxing Association to do some sparring, some training. So a great experience for him.
Yeah, a brilliant experience. I think any international, even national experience that really builds into a boxer's development, their character in and out the ring. I think you can kind of see this in Charlie. He has got that determination. He's no letting the foot off the gas.
Charlie's obviously a member of our elite boxing group. We've discussed there's not many of them at this competition this season. But I think, Charlie's at the same weight we've got Reece Lynch, who's our World Championship bronze medalist.
Yeah. You may have heard of him.
a bit of a blockage to his pathway there. This probably our most talented weight category, I would have said, across the country, like welterweight.
Charlie is 24 years old. He's been registered to box for about 9 years. And in that 9 years, over 50 bouts. I think he remembers the first ones.
I'm not sure. I mean, he's 24 now, so he would have been 15 or so. He was having his first bouts.
Great first round there. Alex taking a big, deep breath. Returns to his corner. So a few comments coming in. Hattie Fraser Gowans. Toxic Smith 1872. Karamo Sila's asking, is Alex Alpha box yet? Nope. I can see him in the corner of my eye. He's sitting with the Triple A crowd. I think there's going to be an interval shortly.
Yeah, that's correct. This is the last bout before the 30-minute interval.
Gavin Monroe, I was watching. Yeah, I agree. I think that was great first round for Charlie.
Whoever does win, they're going to have a tough bout, obviously, with Colin Kearney already booking his place into the final. I'm sure Colin and Charlie know each other pretty well, with Charlie being a member of the elite boxing group, Colin previously as well, so I'm sure they've done lots of rounds of sparring.
So still to look forward to. Got Oral Solange and Wassim Anaib, and Matthew McDonald, Lewis Kerr, and Mark Johnson, Ross McAllister, Chris Nesbitt, Olivia Casasula, who I just met last week from Renfrewshire Boxing, and Kieran Bergen, Aaron Devine, Sam Kane and Alex Arthur. A few people have been asking for that.
A couple of fantastic shots there from Charlie. He really picks his punches well. Doesn't waste a lot. I mean, that's another good...
We'll just finish that list. Still to come. There's Robert McNulty, Jack Sweeney, Jamie Buchanan, Ronald Devlin, and Eamon Amish, Nathan Tart, and Conor McDonald and Gary Fairgrave to finish us off. William, have you tried the soup? Well, sure. He's a bit upset. He's not getting any soup and sandwiches. I might sneak up and grab some. If you're in the area, let me know. I'll try and sneak you a tuna sandwich or something.
I don't think he's here today. I was speaking to David McAllister earlier.
It's been a bit more successful in landing blows, but I don't think Charlie seems that phased. I think Alex, when you are in the ring with somebody like Charlie, you do need to sort of give it your all and sort of push forward. No, give him the opportunity to look at that big right there.
It's 4 or 5 clean, hard shots he's landed now in that second round.
I think Alex is really feeling it. I said Charlie does have a lot experience. Obviously, that
you can see that coming. You can see that coming through. I think he's won the first 2 rounds. I think it'd be safe to say. But all up for grabs in the third. You know, it can all turn around with one punch. I believe we've got Alan Walecki and Greg Menzies in the corner for Charlie today of St. Francis Boxing Club.
We've got the third and final round. You find out who will be facing Colin Kearney in the final.
sure St. Francis would love a elite champion this year. They're about to celebrate their 64th year anniversary as a club. They've got an occasion next month, I believe. Actually, in May, they've got a show, and we're going to be celebrating that.
We're only here today. Usually it's, and obviously it was 3 days each weekend. We sort of worked our way down to just the Saturday. So you get planned the rest of the weekend?
It's my son's birthday tomorrow, actually.
Oh,
so I've got a 7th birthday party. Looking forward to. How about yourself?
Well, I've just moved shops from City Centre. We moved into a Govan store. So I'm not answering any messages or calls today, but I'm assuming everything's. Just got to have a wee glance. I'm assuming everything's all right. My mum's asking how my dog is. Shout out to Alex Mullen, who's watching from home, who just reminded me earlier we were talking about Brooke Neely in our travels. She's a 2-time GB champion. Definitely. I used to have a series, JTV Ross series, we used to go to meet boxers. I think maybe we should start that again, like incorporate all the interviews and stuff that you're doing as well.
We've got Gavin Munro, I think he's mentioning the St. Francis show at the Apex Hotel. So I believe that's on Friday the 6th of May. They've got a Welsh boxing club. Prince of Wales, which I believe are based around Cardiff, are coming down for it as well.
So and Gavin says are two knowledgeable guys. If you're referring to us, well, Ben has done a lot of the background work. I really get stressed out setting everything up, so if I just turn up and there's information about boxers, it makes it a lot easier. So thanks for that, Ben. But I'm not going to take the credit. You done the hard work.
The other thing I'll just mention about that, since we've got Charlie Doyg from St. Francis, is at the show they're going to be raising some money, selling some auctioning off boxing memorabilia, and they're going to make a donation to the Ukrainian Boxing Federation.
Oh, wow.
So fantastic effort for that, and hopefully that will be well supported.
And this is what it's important about the international work, is that you're meeting other young boxers from around the world, and those connections are there. Those like
Also, I believe they're going to pay a tribute to Joe Duffy, formerly the president of the North District, and celebrate his 50 years involvement in boxing as well.
That's it for round number 3. We'll go back to Craig Stevens, ring announcer for the official announcement to find out who will be facing Colin Kearney. And Ben will have a wee chat with the winner.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sydney, satisfied with what he sees. Hopes to come together with the referee. We have the decision, unanimous decision, the winner through to the final in the blue corner, Charlie Doyg. And please see the applause going for Alex Ross.
So we'll just wait for Ben and Charlie, and then there will be a break.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are going to have a short comfort break. We'll be back with you very, very shortly. The next contest in the ring will be the men's elite welterweight semi-finals. The first one being the Watkins, Oral Solange, and Roy's Wasim Ali. We'll be back with you. We'll be back with you in about 25 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So, fight box is 25 minutes one. Hopefully we'll be here around about 10 to 2.
Donald,
So we go with, going to cut Charlie and Ben, and then we'll have a about 20-minute break.
The best I can.
Hi Charlie, congratulations. Fantastic performance, but it seems like you've suffered a cut at the end of that.
Thank you very much, mate. I was boxing well. I took my foot off the gas in the last round. We've got a busy couple of weeks coming up, and right at the end, they were saying finish strong, so I just sat down and went for it. We head class right before the last bell.
You're meant to be going to Lithuania, aren't you, a multi-nation?
On Tuesday. Spoke to the doctor there, he said it'll be fine, but it could open up again, so it's a risk you need to take. Part of the sport.
Yeah. Obviously, you'd be glad to book your place into the final as well. You have Colin Kearney. Is that somebody you know well?
I've actually used to train at the Joneses. I do train at the Joneses. I've not been up there for a while with everything that's been going on. But me and Colin's a good tasty fight. We're good pals. We'll go our separate ways just now, and then after it we'll be best pals again.
Well, good luck in the final and congratulations for today. Thank you.
So guys, we will be back after the short interval. We're going to go grab some of the sandwiches and soup that some of the coaches were complaining. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back as soon as we can. Guys, welcome back. Boxing Scotland Youth and Elite Championships. Let me just fix my seat and get this wee guy off the screen. So officials are just about taking their seats. What I'll do is I'll run through what we've got coming up next. So Oral Solange and Wasim Anaib is up next, and Matthew McDonald, Lewis Kerr. And then we'll have Mark Johnson and Ross McAllister, and then Chris Nesbitt and Olivia Casasula. And then Kieran Bergen, Aaron Devine, Sam Kane, Alex Arthur, Robert McNulty, Jack Sweeney, Jamie Buchanan, Ronald Devlin, Eamon Amish, Nathan Tarr, Colin McDonald and Gary Fairgrave. Before I say anything else, last week Mohammed Zakaria and Alex Arthur were boxing. I honestly didn't, I don't know what just came in my head. I did say I had a migraine last week and there was a lot. I don't remember, I need to watch it back, but I just want to apologise to Mohammed if I said anything that I said he was unsportsmanlike or whatever. From where I looked, it looked like he sort of shrugged off Alex, but I didn't know what was said between them. But there's a few people who pointed out maybe I didn't hear their side of the story, and obviously we didn't get Mohammed on to hear his point. But I just want to say sorry. But during the match, I hope I made it clear that I did have a massive amount of respect for Mohammed Zakaria. He was a big guy, and I thought he done tremendous. But everything else, politics aside, both him and Alex put on a great performance. So I've promised to go and I'll go visit Mohammed as soon as I can. But if I did say anything like made it out that he was unsportsman, like, I want to take that back. Obviously, I don't see what goes on. I can see as much as I can see, but I don't always know everything that's going on in the ring. But there's no excuses, so I'm not saying sorry for that. All right. A few people are back in the ringside. I'm here.
This is a call for boxing officials.
Yep, boxing officials get back to the ring. So Lucy Campbell, if you're just joining us, on next is Oral Solange and Wasim Anaib. Then we have Matthew McDonald, Lewis Kerr. And we're just waiting for the officials to come back. I am going to disappear for a wee second once Greg and Ben join us.
Thomas, go for it, Bob. Go for it. You're in. Okay. Hugh. Stevie. Eleven. There's Donald.
So at welterweight now. Oh, right, just show me a photo of that boy. Right, show me a photo of that. Charlie Doyg last weekend.
I think that's just getting ready to start. I see some boxers coming. We are now, Craig Stevens will explain. It's the male 67 kilogram welterweight semi-final. So we've got Oral Solange from Lock End and Wasim Anaib from Rob Roy.
Men's Elite 67 kilo welterweight semi-final. Introducing first to the red corner, boxing forward, the Lock End, boxing club at Edinburgh, Oral Solange. In the blue corner, boxing the Roy, boxing club in the city of Glasgow, Wasim and
So both boxers have already competed so far in this competition. We've got Oral from Loch End. He defeated William Kerr of Hamilton in the quarterfinals. He actually won all 3 rounds on all 5 judges' scorecards, so a pretty comprehensive win there. And then we had a Wasim from Rob Roy. He defeated Jimmy Lang of Granite City. It was pretty close. Split decision in the quarterfinals. Probably could have gone either way. But Wasim getting the nod.
Yeah, but these are 2 good boxers here. Oriole's been going for a long time. He's very busy boxer. Seen him a lot of shows. Always out in the championships. We're seeing him a lot as well with Rob Roy. And just before Christmas time, Oriole had a cracking bout with Mark Johnson, who we'll see later. That was top of the bill at New York Hill. That was broadcast live on JATV. And 2 of them just gave us a great 3 rounds of boxing. And I should expect a cracking bout here. Good jab from Solange there.
So Oral, he's already a member of the Boxing Scotland Development Group. He's involved with that. And I believe Wasim has been going on the district performance pathway training as well, looking to secure an assessment through that means.
Yeah. Again, that just shows it that these are 2 very capable boxers, very good. Oriole, I can see he'll get beyond the development squad eventually. He's been coming on and on over the years I've been watching him. And Wasim as well. Depending how he does here, could get further.
I guess the prize that there's for Wasim is that, we already know that if he wins, he's going to get offered an assessment for the Scotland squad. But if he can beat somebody who's already on that development group, it's a statement victory.
It is, yeah. And especially against someone who's been going as long as Oriole has and has some of the victories he's got under his belt. So Oriole started out at the Clovenstone Club under Rob McEwen before going to Loch End. Always had good coaches in his corner.
The second semi-final for the welterweight will follow this bout, where we have Matthew McDonald from Irvine Vineborough up against Lewis Kerr from Hamilton.
Yep. Lewis, that is the brother of the... I forget his first name now, the one that Oriole beat in the previous round.
Oh, William Kerr.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So you could do the double.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
First, of course, you'd have to try and get past Wasim.
Some really nice footwork here from Oriole. Wasim as well, is light on his feet, moving around.
Young guys again, we've seen this so far. Obviously, we've spoken quite a lot about the fact the elite boxing group, most of them are not involved this season because of the Commonwealth Games. We've got Oral, he's only 20, and Wasim, he's only 18. So
yeah, first year at this age category for Wasim. First year for Oriole really as well, after boxing being off for 2 years. Good opening round, some very skillful boxing from both guys in there.
Speaking of COVID, I think what we can say is that it's great to see the quality of the boxing that's on display, because the fact they didn't have bouts for 18 months or so, they don't look to have missed much of a beat.
Very much so. There's some who it looked like they've not been out at all. They're still very slick. There's no rust there. It's a very high standard of competition.
So we already have a number of finals confirmed based upon the boxing in the first session. So female 50 kilogram light flyweight, Megan Gordon won today, so she goes through to the final against Frances Heath of Doonhamers. In the male 54 bantamweight category, we have Conor Hind had a walkover, and he will now box Stephen Ferguson of North Glasgow, who picked up a win. In the female 54 bantamweight category, Stephanie Kernigan was very impressive, stopping Dion Paulin, where she will box Maggie White of Broxburn, who had a bye. You could call it an upset with Peter Payton beating Fawaz Aberde, who's a member of the elite squad. Group. That was at the male 57 kilogram featherweight category. He will box Peter Oswald of Glasgow Boxing Academy after Declan Riley was stopped on a bad cut.
On the cut,
We saw Dylan Arbuckle, that's in the lightweight category, win, and he will box Kieran McMaster of Northwest. And then finally we got Caitlin Greaves, female lightweight. She beat Farah Jamil. Caitlin Greaves of Barhead will box Shelley McDonald of Grant City, who had a walkover. And finally, actually, the male light welterweight, Colin Kearney, Jonesy's 1 through, and he will box Charlie Doyg of St Francis Boxing Club. Obviously, those elite finals are going to take place on the 9th of April.
That is going to be some night of boxing. There's some great finals there confirmed already. And as we go on through the day, I think we're going to see some more confirmed that are going to make you say, wow, I want to see that bout.
No, 100%. So we still have, this is obviously the male welterweight. So we have to decide that. We've got the female welterweight actually is already decided because we have Shannon Lawson of Barhead had a walkover into the final where she will box Gardner Moore of Loch End. That's another confirmed final.
Shannon Lawson, who has featured in the final before. Gardner Moore's a good boxer, that'll be a good bout.
It's actually a rematch of the 2017 Elite Final where Gardner Moore won by second round stoppage. Obviously 5 years is a long time though. So
it is, you can't read anything in the result from that long ago. Shannon's with a different club than she was then, different trainers, so her style might well have changed. I've not seen Shannon for a while, so it'll be interesting to see how she does this time round. Nice little end to the round there. Both boxers looking to let their hands go.
I think we're going to welcome back Jamie O'Neill now.
So I didn't really want to. I know these both boxers well. Wasim was on the commentary last week. And Oro, I see all the time. His mum's a big supporter of JTV. She was actually supporting for the audience earlier.
Yep, I'm sure I heard her voice at some point.
Where do we run through the results from earlier? And obviously that meaning a few confirmed finals. So a few good finals to look forward to already, and a few more that'll be decided over the coming hours.
Yeah, brilliant. I think I said last week, this is like the biggest names in Scottish Champion style boxing. It's a shame when there's walkovers when you've been waiting, but there's a few still to go. I'm looking forward to Ronald Devlin again, Jamie Buchanan, Jack Sweeney, Robert McNulty, Alex Arthur, Sam Kane.
Mark Johnson as well coming up later. I'm looking forward to seeing him in the ring again.
That's on 2 bouts time. Mark Johnson and Ross McAllister. And next I'll get Matthew McDonald and Lewis Scare. These two guys at similar build, similar height.
It's been a close contest.
I know Wasim puts in the hours. A few weeks ago there was a pro show. He came as a spectator, and Cash Farouk dropped him home. We were asking, what time did you get up this morning? He said 6 o'clock for my runs. I see a phone light in that audience. Oh, it's done.
It's not my job today. Yep, that's Susan. You can hear there.
Yeah, Susan, if you're watching it back later, hello.
I think Oral's maybe just had the cleaner work a bit, maybe got the edge on this bout. Wasim definitely making him work for it. He's landed a good few punches himself. Some really good light footwork from both boxers here. Oh, nice left hook.
We were saying that Oral is already a member of the Boxing Scotland Development Group. So if Wasim was able to get a victory, it would be a statement victory, really.
Good work there from both boxers. I know, obviously, both outside the ring, so I'm starting to just enjoy it. But we'll go to Craig Stephen, the official announcement, and then the winner. Hopefully, have a chat with Ben here at ringside. Is there anything to look out for, like to suss out the announcement before it's announced?
If you can peer over Willie Arbuckle's shoulder, you can see the score on the computer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go back into the main contest number 13. Nicky has a boxer's demand. The judges score total unanimous decision. In favour of the winner through to the final in the red corner, Oral Solange. And please your appreciation for Ross McAllister.
Well done there. I'll just wait for Oral to come over and have a chat.
Congratulations, Oral. How was that for you today?
Brilliant. I mean, I stuck to the plan. Terry and the team got me in. Just execute the win, unanimous win. Wasn't to be into the final, especially in my first year as a senior. I mean, it's brilliant. That's what it's all about. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Obviously, the next semi-final is coming on now. You're going to watch this one and suss out your opponent?
Yeah, I'm just going to go backstage and just see what I'm up against. Yeah, but brilliant support. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming out. It's brilliant.
And do you have a preference of who you'd want to box? Have you boxed either of these guys before?
No. I've boxed Lewis's twin. But yeah, I'm not really worried about who I box in the final. Just see him again, another unanimous win. If not a stoppage, we'll see what happens.
Well, congratulations and good luck for the final.
Thank you.
So done there. Oral.
Matthew McDonald. In the blue corner, boxing for the Hamilton Boxing Club, Lewis Kearney.
This is Lewis Kearney in the blue corner and Matthew McDonald in the red. Sorry, Greg, just to see the mic and that will have some feedback if you always keep them on money.
It's an interesting comment at the end there from Oriel for the final. Another unanimous victory or a stoppage. he's not wanting anything close at all, is he? I don't think I've ever actually heard a boxer give a comment like that.
So go round number one.
And of course, as we were saying already, he's already beaten Lewis Kerr's brother, William.
Yeah,
twin brother.
So, yeah. Should there be some extra motivation for Lewis there if he gets through to the final?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've got Matthew McDonald in the red corner from Irvine Vineborough. As you can see, a southpaw. He boxed on the back foot to win a unanimous decision against Matthew Clark of Glenrothes in the quarterfinal. And this is the first bout for Lewis Kerr in this championship. He received a walkover against Naveed Hayati of Glasgow Boxing Academy last weekend.
Both guys similar ages. Get Matthew's 22, Lewis 21. Slightly different experience. I mean, Matthew's got 4 years compared to Lewis got double that.
Yeah.
8 years.
Not a huge amount between the bouts. Matthew around more than 20 bouts. Lewis, more than 30. It's actually a rematch of the Western District final from around 3-4 months ago, which Lewis Kerr won by a 3-2 split decision. So obviously they're well matched.
So let's see how Matthew does.
Yeah. You got to say that with the twin brothers in the same division, you'd love to see them end up with each other against each other in a final.
Surely they wouldn't box. I remember also the Klitschko's was the famous one where they vowed never to box each other despite being heavyweight champions at the same time. I'm sure that they're. I don't know. You would have to ask them.
I if they both won their prelims in a championship the way the draw went, two identical twin brothers in a championship final would be something.
The closer we got to that today is Lock End Boxers, coming up very, very soon, about 22. Jamie Buchanan, Ronald Devlin. As I said, I've seen Ronald Devlin box 2019. I've seen him box 2 days in a row, Friday show in Lockheed and then a Rob Roy show the next day. And I've been waiting to see him, but this is against his teammate, Jamie Buchanan.
We do get withdrawals for that as well. We do get people who are paired with the same club and they pull them. So it is a thing that we get. But obviously the Lock End boys, they're maybe not close. I don't know.
No, partly they're mates.
Right.
Someone mentioned me earlier.
See quite a few. They'll go in from the same club. They know it's a championship. They know everything.
It's the biggest competition at national level. So.
Just
I'm sure they both want to win. It's one of these things.
How you need to take it, I suppose. That when you're in the ring, there's no friends. Unless you're mates with the referee, but it's never going to happen.
I do actually remember years ago, I was watching the Scottish finals at junior level, and it was two Forgewood boxers were in the final against each other. And this is back when the late Archie Mackay, wasn't it? Archie Mackay, the coach of Forgewood, was still with us. And he actually left the venue. He couldn't watch his two boxers going against each other in a championship final.
You can understand that.
Yeah.
You can understand that. And especially sitting out, you do see that where the main coach will probably say, I'm not taking either corner because it's not fair.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that with North Glasgow a few weeks ago.
Yeah, quite often you see coaches from other
step
clubs.
aside, yeah. I think it's only fair. Although I have seen before at University Championship, the University coach take the corner for one and not the other. So I've seen it the other way. I wouldn't name what club.
So this is bout 14, Matthew McDonald, Lewis Kerr. Matthew in the red corner, Lewis in the blue.
Matthew will be wanting to avenge that Western District final defeat.
There's something inside me that I try not to be biased, but something inside me that likes stuff like that. Like if somebody does any upsets, but as you said, they're all well matched in the box before the finals. Matthew doing well to stay clear of the jabs.
Kerr just constantly pumping that jab out, looking for the target.
This is the second rematch from the Western District final. We obviously saw Farah Jamil and Caitlin Greaves earlier in the competition, which was a rematch. Caitlin won that again, so 2 wins for her. But kind of similar to this one in that they were a bit tentative in that match, and it's again today that, you know, is that maybe because they just boxed 3-4 months ago?
Knowing the opponent, knowing what they might come at you with, you don't want to let them in,
Is there maybe an element to that?
I sometimes I see that at home shows sometimes when you've got boxers that a sort of reputation precedes them and they don't want to open up, they don't want to risk it.
Yeah, it feels very similar to the Caitlin Greaves Farah Jamil bout.
Yeah.
I think for this, Lewis is tried to be busy. I think Matthew's done well to not allow any of those jabs to land.
Yeah,
he has responded nice left to right, left.
He seems to be going more for a counter punching tactic.
A great head movement, to be honest.
Oh, that's a good right hand.
Spark there again from Matthew. As I said, Lewis has looked busier, but as you said, Matthew is a counter puncher. For me, took that round. He's agreeing, or are you allowed to agree, Greg?
I think Matthew looked really good in that round. I think the first round was close, but I think Matthew, he won that second round. Obviously, we've got to wait and see what the judges might say about that. But
the third round will be interesting.
Kerr was definitely trying to throw the jab out, but he was falling short a lot, whereas McDonald was very much landing the counters. I'd say probably more scoring blows from him in the end.
What would you see Lewis do next? Just like, what would you, if you were in his corner or giving him advice, what advice would you give him? I think he just edged a bit forward, and I think they're being a bit careful with each other.
Remembering I'm not a coach, I've never coached, and I've never trained myself, so my opinion's worth jack. But
says who?
I suppose the only thing is he's throwing that jab out and it's falling short, so he's maybe it is a matter of closing the gap a bit more, but not in such a way that you're going to get caught as you go in. So he's
sacrificing that as Matthew's doing brilliant in the counter punching.
I think there's a possibility Lewis is down 2 rounds on the cards here, so he maybe just has to go. He maybe does have to go for it, as much as he doesn't want to open himself up and get caught.
And Matthew's got this nice wee step back. You've seen a few boxers perfect that in the Western Districts and through this tournament, where they sort of take a wee step back as your opponent comes in and then land the headshot. Matthew.
Yeah, again, he's trying that 1-2. McDonald just gets that step out of the way and it's just falling short.
I do have a soft spot for southpaws, I have to admit. So skillful southpaws are my favourite. Well, I'm disappointed Harry McGrenna from Rob Roy who had a walkover today, because he's another one. So I'll try not to let that bias myself. But I do think Matthew's edge in this contest.
Yeah.
So LV Swandles is Matthew winning. So far, obviously we've still got a bit of this round left.
Obviously our opinion doesn't count for much. It's the 5 judges around the ringside, so they'll be the ones who decide. And of course, remember, Lewis won this bout just 3-4 months ago in a 3-2 split decision, so he's got the better of Matthew once before.
So I would have filmed that.
That's another good combo from.
I look at what's happening back. I'd love to compare the two and see what Matthew maybe has been focusing on. Nice right there from Matthew.
A little bit of showboating going on there a few seconds ago. He's obviously very confident he's got this one in the bag.
of course, a place, an assessment place for the winner to potentially join up with the Boxing Scotland national squads. I don't believe either of these are involved with that, so that's another incentive to win today.
It's been an interesting match because of the history, and I do think Matthew's maybe focused on what he would need to do to win this.
Obviously, if Lewis does get the result, he'll have that chance to avenge his twin brother's defeat to Oral Solange in the final.
Yeah.
That would certainly be a great storyline going into that one.
You just want to make a total Rocky movie out of this, aren't you?
If Matthew
It's
wins
like the
this and he's
script.
avenged his loss in the Western District final.
I think he has, but obviously we'll wait for the official announcement.
We'll go to Craig Stephen for the official announcement in the ring. And then Ben will speak to the winner. Well done to both boxers. No doubt. I think maybe they'll see each other again.
Into the boxing ring, where there's number 14 comes to an end. We have a decision, a unanimous decision, going in favour of the winner through to the final. Middleweight corner, Matthew McDonald. And please give appreciation for Hamilton's Lewis Kerr. Contest number 15 awards to be
Congratulations, Matthew. How was that today?
That was good. Felt really good. Felt the fittest I felt. So good to get in and put in a performance on. So good.
Obviously, that was a repeat bout. You lost in the Western District finals. How good does it feel to avenge that defeat?
Brilliant. Fought in November. That was my first fight back after COVID. So now I've got the rust off. That's me in performance. So it's good. I'm looking forward to the final.
Yeah, you box Oral Solange from Loch End. Do you know much about him?
No, really. I know he's a good fighter. Seen a wee bit of his fights. Looks slick, looks good. So it'll be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it.
And obviously, the finalists today are getting an offer and an assessment for the national squad. Is that something that excites you?
That's brilliant. That's what I'm doing this so far. You know what I mean? That's what you want here. That's what you want. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, our national head coach, Craig McAvoy, is just down there and he has a letter for you as well, inviting you to the assessment. So congratulations and good luck for the final.
71 kilo division. In front for this one, 3-star. Eva referee, Mr. George Brown. Introducing in the red corner. He boxes for the New York Hill Boxing Club manager. He is Mark Johnson. In the blue corner, boxing for the Fire and the Boxing Club Aberdeen, Ross McAllister.
So obviously we mentioned earlier, Jamie, while you were away, that Shannon Lawson got a walkover in bout 15 after Brooke Anderson from Cleland withdrew. So she's going to box Gardner Moore of Loch End in the female 66 kilogram welterweight final. We now move on to bout 16. We've got Mark Johnson of New York Hill in the red versus Ross McAllister of Byron in the blue in the male 71 kilogram light middleweight final. We already know the finalists. Harry McGrenner of Rob Roy got a walkover against Fraser Edwards. Fraser won last weekend against Turple Ali of Doonhamers, but suffered an injury. I think it was a perforated eardrum.
Perforated eardrum, yep. I was just speaking to him earlier. He said his hearing's still a bit affected by it and getting water in there. So he's just, he probably wouldn't be at 100% B. He can't risk taking another punch to that ear while it's still damaged.
It's probably the sensible decision.
Yeah. So Mark Johnson in the ring, the red corner is 19. Ross McAllister is 9 years older. In the blue corner. However, Mark has had 50 bouts and Ross has had 15.
Yeah, Mark's been boxing from a young age. He's a Western District champion. And so far in this competition, he beat former club mate from his time at Fordwood, John Stevenson, who himself's a very good boxer. And then I believe he got a first round stoppage in the next round.
He did, and he's also the current Western District light middleweight champion. Another first round stoppage, he beat Brendan Riley of Doonhamers.
Yeah.
Ross himself is the North District silver medalist from the North District Championships in November. He lost to Jimmy Lang of Granite City in the final. Jimmy, who's already been in this competition, I think he was a bit unlucky not to get a decision against Razim. It could have gone either way.
Yeah.
To be fair, so we've got the Western District champion versus the Northern District silver medalist.
Mark. We've got Mark here's older brother, won the middleweight title at the last Scottish Championships. He's now a professional. A good, very good boxer. Mark has really come on since I last saw him before everything stopped.
Mark's a former member of the elite boxing group. He's not currently involved in the national setup, but he has been previously. I believe Ross has been going through some of the district training in the north, looking to try and gain an assessment. Obviously, if he wins today, he'll get that assessment.
McAllister getting some big, heavy punches in there. Johnson taking them well. And Johnston with the height and reach advantage. Hope thinking he might try and utilise that a bit more here now.
Just discussing our camera angles. Late first round, I do think Ross McAllister, the blue, is using a lot more energy, whether he can sustain that through.
Going to the body a lot there, but he was getting, landing them.
Mark does look a lot, Mark Johnson, the red colour, does look a lot fresher. We've got 2 more rounds to go, hopefully. And then we'll see who faces Harry McGrenor or Rob Roy in the finals in a few weeks.
Mark will be looking to join his stablemate Dylan Arbuckle, who's already secured his place in the lightweight final earlier today with the victory over Kyle McNeil of Juries.
A couple of good counter lefts from Johnson to start this round. McAllister trying to come in forward with the aggression. Johnson maybe looking to keep the distance, use that reach. Very fleet-footed there with a quick half step to the right and then swinging himself out to the left to get away from McAllister. McAllister still trying to come steaming in, and he is getting through some punches when he does come in like that.
Good spot there from Mark Johnson in red. Trying his best to get in there. Well, that was blocked from happening into Mark Johnson. You must still feel the pain in your arms. It's left to the body there. McAllister.
Nice little left hook on the inside there from McAllister as well. Big right there.
Ross McAllister definitely be more busier.
You know it's a good contest when nobody wants to speak.
I know,
Interrupt the
yeah,
action.
just like
I think we're all captivated by what the action going on in the ring.
It has been a very intriguing bout. McAllister with that aggression. Johnson trying to use the height and reach, maybe not as successfully as he'd hoped. But he is also catching McAllister with some good counters.
Yeah. I think McAllister that round was a bit more successful in the body shots.
I think Ross took that one. Potentially Mark took the first. But
yeah,
we'll wait and see. Well,
that's a fair assessment.
Sometimes you see these bouts that one round's so different from the other, and then you're sort of just waiting for the third round to. It could just go either way.
Well, that's it. And a judge could potentially go both for the same box. I don't think anyone could complain because they've been so close to the rounds. It's one of these where you could get vastly different scores.
Yeah, and you got to think that the coaches are in both corners are telling their boxers they need to go out and win this round. So hopefully we're going to get a
I think
good last round.
I think the fight is still in the balance going into the third round. Obviously, Mark, we spoke about, has been a registered boxer for about double the time, and he's had more than double the amount of fights as well. So will that experience help him going into the third and final round?
So I think this round's going to be a bit more volatile. Both boxers landing nice clean blows.
A couple of big shots from Mark, but Ross fired back with his own. I think whoever doesn't get the decision is going to feel hard done by.
Oh, I know.
It's been a very closely contested.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah. McAllister still being very much the aggressor here. Johnston trying to get punches.
I was worried he was going to use up all his energy, but he's still got a lot of juice in the tank.
Big final flurry from Ross here to end the round.
Oh, big punches here from McAllister.
Is this going to impress the judges? Is it going to sway the judges to give him it?
Oh.
Mark Johnston being given a point off there from referee George Brown. That could make all the difference in a bout as close as this, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Ross is finishing it strong. It's been close all the way through, but I think it's clear Ross is finishing the stronger. The big question is going to be, has he done enough in the first 2 rounds to get the decision?
Oh, big left again there.
Wow, unbelievable. I kind of lost for was. It was just brilliant. So we'll wait, Craig Stephen, the official announcement. And then Ben grab the winner, makes it through to the finals, and he will be facing Harry McGrenra from Rob Roy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to judges' score totals where we have a split decision. Going to take the winner through to the final in the blue corner.
So done there to Ross. Obviously done enough. Equally well done to Mark Johnston. We'll go in a moment. In a moment to Ben.
Contest number 17 wants to be the second semi-final in the light middleweight men's elites. Prison Edwards, Elgin has withdrawn, therefore Rob Roy's Harry McGrenra walks over to meet Ross McAllister in the final. We therefore go to contest number 18.
Well done, Ross. That was a fantastic bout. How did it feel to win it?
Relieving. I put so much hard work into it since New Year. So, yeah, really good.
It seemed like in the 3rd round you really took over. The first 2 rounds were really close. It looks like you were in the 3rd round quite clear. Did you feel yourself that you had the win in the bag at the end?
Yeah, but I just didn't want to leave it in the hands of everyone. Like, I just wanted to prove myself. I wanted to see where my fitness was at. You know, but nah, it was good. Wasn't like.
Obviously, that's you into the Scottish final. Also, you'll be guaranteed an assessment for the Boxing Scotland, one of the national squads. How big is that for yourself?
It's good. It is really good. I've had a couple of setbacks through the years, but I feel like it's my time now to just take it on the next level. And I'm ready.
I mean, you obviously lost the North District Championship back in November, silver medals and that, but now you have a chance to go and become Scottish champion, so I'm sure you'll be desperate to take that chance.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd proved to myself after losing that as well, just that I'm ready for anyone, so I really feel like I am, so yeah, today was a good opportunity to prove it. Like,
well, congratulations and good luck in the final.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
So go straight back to the ring. Right work there from Ross McAllister. He'll face Harry McGrenra in the final. In the ring we've got Chris Nesbitt and Olivia Casasula. Big right there coming from Chris Nesbitt, the red corner.
This is Chris's 2nd bout in the competition. He won a preliminary contest against Daniel Berry of St Francis on a 4-1 split decision. I think he won it quite comfortably though. I was surprised that was a split. And then he receives a walkover against Aaron Logan of Kincorth in the quarterfinals. This is the first bout for Olivia Casasula after he received a walkover against Ryan Cannon of Greenock in the quarterfinals.
Last week I was looking forward to see him box, but then he did get that walkover. This will be, as you said, his first bout, the 21-year-old.
Just moved clubs as well, very recently.
Where did he move? He moved.
So he actually entered this competition as an Easter House Phoenix boxer.
Oh, wow.
So his entry came in, and then we got an update that he was moving to Renfrewshire. So
speaking to his teammates last week, Robert McNulty, Finn, young Brandon, they love him. I think he just fitted in quite well in Renfrewshire.
Chris a little bit older there, and at 29 years old. Olivia is only 21. He's only been a boxer for around 3 years, I believe, but he's come a long way in that amount of time.
He's landed some really nice punches in here.
Yeah.
Chris obviously wasn't allowed to wear his knee brace. He attempted to wear the knee brace last week, but had it ordered to be removed. So he was going to go to the weigh-in this morning with the knee brace and see if it would get approved, but it appears that it's not been allowed. Although I think, from what I've been told by Sean Henvey, the Well Meadow coach, it's more of a mental support, the knee brace, as much as a physical one, due to a past injury. So I think they were saying he can box without it, as he is just now, but he likes it from a mental standpoint to know it's there, but obviously not being allowed today.
Obviously I'm not a boxing athlete, but dislocating my knee 3 times every time I walk on ice. I get this fear that comes to even walking down Buchanan Street. If there's ice or if it's wet, I get this fear, so I can understand that part. The referee actually came over and explained to me that had the knee brace been cleared by the medical team, it would have been allowed.
He would have been allowed. Well, he tried to do that this morning, and it's obviously, well, I presume it's been rejected unless he's just decided to box without it. But I did speak to Sean Henvey, the head coach of Well Meadow, this morning, and did suggest they were going to try and get it approved.
So I think quite an even first round. I've seen both land big blows. I definitely think you can see the experience more coming from Chris Nesbitt in the red corner, but Casasula in the blue corner does look fresher.
Some nice combinations from Casasula. When he's getting kind of close in, he's firing off 2 or 3 at a time and getting out.
Certainly the Renfrewshire boxers he spoke to last week seem to be suggesting he's impressing in the gym. You know, Robert McDonald was saying
really, really well.
Yeah.
They love him. But it's a nice gym. I mean, most gyms you'll find good and interesting characters, but I just think in Renfrewshire, as I say, that's where JTV Ross sort of started. We met Jason McCormick, he's here today, but he's now boxing with the Royal Navy.
Yeah.
With Colin Belshaw and Graham in the corner, they're working well. With Craig Dixon, who's training some of the professional boxers. My mate Chuck's just recently signed with St Andrews, and he's been based in Renfrewshire boxing.
Yeah. Obviously, Well Meadow, a North District club based in Blairgowrie in Perthshire.
Yep, just outside Perth.
Yep.
Nice solid jab there. Moved his opponent back.
Big body shots there. Wow, I felt that here. Great combination. He went. The referee's calling it. I don't even know where that came from.
The fact, I guess the referee's called off because he stayed doubled over. He didn't look like he was going to stand back up.
I meant
so
the body shots. I didn't know where the body shots came from.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying though, with the fact the referee only did a couple of counts, some people might wonder. But
I think Chris is looking a bit upset that there wasn't a count. I think he obviously felt it. I'm not sure he would have beat the count, but I think he was waiting for that count to start, which it never did.
That was a great way to end the bout there for Casasula. Just powered from.
Yeah, it went from a bit of back and forth to bang, it's done.
But the two body shots then, I think the last one was the left was a lot cleaner. But he'll be ecstatic to get thrown out the finals, and we'll find out who'll be boxing very soon. It'll be Kieran Bergenaren to the right. Another team at Renfrewshire boxing will be Very happy with that. We'll get Olivia Casasula over for a chat. It'll be his first JTV Raw interview, which is also going out on Boxing Scotland's YouTube channel as well. So you just bear with us. Wee second as we arrange that, and then we'll go ahead. Number 19 is coming up.
Contest number 19.
Just stand up against this back. Well done, Olivia. Fantastic body shot to end the contest. How did you feel in there?
Yeah, I felt very good. You know, I'm ready to get to the final now, ready to put on a performance. I'm happy that everyone comes out here and gets to watch what I've been working hard in the gym for. So, yeah, thank you for having me, Boxing Scotland. Appreciate that.
Is that one of your specialties, the body shot? It was a fierce one there.
Yeah, of course, man. It's hard to get up from a body shot, you know. I mean, I was hitting him with a lot of right hands to the head and he was taking it, but once the body goes, you know, the head goes as well. So, yeah.
Obviously, with your win today, you're going to be guaranteed an assessment to potentially get onto the Boxing Scotland squad as well. I mean, how does that feel?
I mean, I've been planning to do that for God knows how long, you know what I mean? Hopefully I can get him to the Boxing Scotland squad and then go to the Commonwealth and then the Olympics. And I want to achieve greatness in Scotland. I want to be the best ever, and this is where I start, you know, this is my beginning. So.
Well, national head coach Craig McAvoy's got a letter for you down there to invite you on. Just had a quick word with him then. He was pretty impressed. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And good luck in the final.
Thank you, brilliant. Thank you, appreciate that.
Brilliant work there from Olivia Casasula. We'll switch back to Craig Stephen.
Mr. Donald Campbell is the referee for this one, introducing in the red corner. Boxing for the Barn, Boxing Club in Coatbridge, Kieran Bergen. And in the blue corner, boxing for the Elgin Boxing Club, Aaron Devlin.
So Olivia Casasula booking his place in the final of the male 75 kilogram category with a terrific body shot to stop Chris Nesbitt of Wellmeadow. Who boxed the winner of this contest? We have Kieran Bergen of Barn Boxing Club in the red corner versus Aaron Devine from Elgin in the blue corner. That was just a slip by the looks of it. I think whoever wins this contest will have their hands full in the final after that performance from Olivia Casasula.
Oh, yeah, that's... I think just tuck those elbows into the body. Watch out for that hook.
Yeah. I think national head coach Craig McAvoy was pretty impressed by his facial expressions at the end of that contest.
Good.
So this is Kieran Bergen's second contest in this championships. He defeated Lewis Fleming of Denbeath via second round stoppage in the quarterfinals. And also the second contest for Aaron Devine. He actually got a walkover in the prelims against Sean Docherty of Glasgow Boxing Academy before beating Jack Grieve of Gala Shields on a 4-1 split decision in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. Aaron, RAF boxer. At the Elgin Club.
So the second Elgin boxer we've seen today, Megan Gordon, in the opening contest of the championship, booked her place in the light flyweight final by beating Kelsey Hughes of Rob Roy.
Yeah, it's been a successful-ish year so far for Elgin. They would have had Fraser Edwards on if he hadn't perforated that eardrum last week in his win. Of course, that's Megan's boyfriend.
strong club up there. Obviously, Paul Ratch Gordon, head coach up there. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, won the BBC Sports Personality Unsung Hero Award for Scotland last year.
Yeah, and that was great because that was actually a couple of days before they had their club show that week. So we, it was a great little reception for him that night as well when we acknowledged it. And that was a show where Megan Gordon was actually meant to face Stephanie Kernigan, but Stephanie had to pull out due to COVID. So that was a shame. That would have been an amazing bout, but
Stephanie was actually saying that could have been her last belt.
Yeah, I know.
One more, and that was it. But we saw her win by second round stoppage against Dion Polland of Icons. Took her place in the final, Stephanie. So pretty glad she'll be. She didn't. Yeah,
I think Stevie Morrison had a big part in convincing her to go for it this year with the championships. He saw in her that she's still, she's still got that ability. She's still got the hunger there. He's seen it in her, and he's convinced her going. I'm sure everyone there's glad that she has.
I think long term she's looking at coaching. She's been doing a lot of coaching, involved with the performance pathway at district level coaching as well. So.
Yeah, I know Stevie got her through to Falkirk Phoenix mainly to get her expertise for helping with the coaching, but she's boxing well.
She started coaching at juries initially.
Yes, she had done.
Actually, she might have done Cleland as well.
Yeah, no, she was boxing at Cleland. Like this one, a bit frantic pace with this one so far.
Still have 5 more contests after this one.
Yep, nice.
Next up we have Sam Kane of Cleland versus Alex Arthur of AAA.
Yeah, Alex Arthur will be good, interesting to see. He has impressed whenever I've seen him so far. Very different style to his father, but very
skilled for once.
Yeah. And he's much bigger than his dad as well.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, nasty little hooks in there. Oh, that's a gum shield out.
Yeah.
It's a very frantic pace, and it's making it hard to tell what's actually landing or who's really got the upper hand here.
It's a close one. It is a close one. It's hard to split them. We're live right now on the Boxing Scotland YouTube channel, Boxing Scotland New, and also on JATV's channel. We're simulcast across the both. All building up to our elite finals on the 9th of April.
Yep, going to be a big night of boxing, that one. And as we've already said a few times, whilst some of the boxers are looking towards qualification through other routes, we are looking towards Birmingham.
Yeah.
And just to ask, from the Boxing Scotland point of view, how much are we looking forward to Birmingham? Are we confident of success this year, do we think? Or?
Yeah, well, I don't want to speak for Craig McAvoy, but he has said he thinks everyone who goes down will have a medal chance. At the moment, we don't know the squad. I believe we've got a minimum of 6 that will go. I think that can go up to 7 or 8 if we request additional places. I don't think it'll be much more than 8 people.
Right.
It's maybe a bit smaller than other years. But from what he said, if it's 6, 7, 8, however many it is, he thinks whoever does go is going to have a great chance across all the categories, which maybe always hasn't been the case for all of the boxers. Maybe not couldn't say every single person that went down has a great chance, but I think the squad is strong at the moment.
Yeah, we definitely have some great boxers coming out of Scotland at the moment. I'd like to think that there's a chance of a good few medals.
Yeah.
Hopefully a couple of golds. Obviously, after the last games, we took 2 bronzes. Bit of a come down from Glasgow with the 2 golds, 2 bronze. So hopefully an improvement this year.
Oh, hopefully.
Not to say anything against the team that went 4 years ago, but there's nothing beats seeing someone get that gold medal. And
that's it.
I think we've got the guys who are capable of it.
It's not a home game, but it's as close as a home game as you can get down in Birmingham in England. Not quite going to have the support like they had in the Hydro in 2014.
True.
But I'm sure there'll be a lot of Scots travelling down to support.
I'd think so.
But we obviously had Rhys Lynch win the bronze medal at the World Championships, and a few other boxers at the World Championships pick up wins. Not a medal, but picking up wins at a World Championships certainly shows the calibre.
Exactly, and so you're talking a guy. The countries that they lost to in the Worlds are ones that not necessarily in the Commonwealth. So it is.
Yeah. Well, the Worlds is a higher quality because of that, because you don't have the Russias and Americas and Cubas and all those big countries, Kazakhstans and that at the Commonwealth Games. It does open up a bit more. But obviously you have England, we don't go as GB, so they're obviously the big guns. And that'll be difficult to overcome.
That is very true, but no English boxers medalled at the Worlds this year. Rhys was the only, from all the GB nations, Rhys was the only one to get a medal. Fantastic achievement. Another one I remember seeing as a schoolboy and a junior in his early days, seeing him do this now. This has just turned into a scrap.
Well, there's a 92-year record for whoever does go down to Birmingham for them to uphold, which is boxing is the only sport in Scotland that has won a medal at every single Commonwealth Games.
Wow.
For 92 years. So as long as we pick up a medal of any colour, we'll keep that record going, which I'm sure we'll have at least one.
Yeah. And I'm sure certain promoters and managers will be standing there with a contract ready for whoever brings it out. Steal away to the pro ranks. Oh, what a jab there in the resumption.
I think that, with this championship and the fact that a lot of them aren't here, it is an opportunity for almost that next generation. Maybe there will be turnover after the Commonwealth Games. Hopefully not, but if there is, it's maybe a chance for people today to show that they're ready to step in and be that next. We saw Olivia Casasula in the last one. He certainly has big hopes from what he said in his interview. Maybe spaces open up and people like that have a chance to step in.
Definitely, yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of guys in this, as you say, they're young, and if they don't make it to Birmingham, they'll be probably at their peak in 4 years' time for the next Commonwealths. Or if they even really find their way in within the next 2 years on the international circuit, who knows, we might have someone qualify for the Olympics again. Final bell on what was an entertaining very scrappy contest at times. It was 2 guys just throwing at each other.
Big difference in age we didn't mention. Kieran's only 18 and Aaron is now 30 years old, so quite a big age difference. Maybe that age difference and the experience maybe helped Aaron rush it, but it was very close.
Yeah.
I don't think it was clear either way, but if Kieran does come up second best, you can take a lot from that. He's only 18, first year as a senior.
We have our judges score totals. All judges see this the same way. Winner by unanimous decision and through to the final. In the blue corner, Aaron Devlin.
Well done to Aaron.
And please show appreciation for the Barnes, Kieran Bergen.
Let's just wait for Ben to grab a wee chat.
Contest number 20, and we have boxers police.
You got Aaron Devine.
Well, congratulations, Aaron. How did you feel in there today?
Felt good, like I felt I've got a few more gears to go, like in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to getting it done again.
Well, that's you booked into the finals where you'll face Olivia Casasula. Do you know much about him?
No, not really, to be honest. But I'll just do my thing, and hopefully that's enough. Like.
So you've been you've been part of the district training in the north. Obviously, with your victory today, you're going to be guaranteed an assessment for the Boxing Scotland national squad. How big is that for you?
That's massive. I've had a couple of assessments and just fell a bit short a couple of times now. So I want to hopefully win this and then maybe get a Scotland vest, like, if we're lucky. Yeah. That's the plan.
Well, a big final in a couple of weeks. Congratulations and good luck for that.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
So guys, now in the ring, Sam Kane in the red corner, it's Arthur in the blue.
Referee here's Jim Smith, who once threatened to knock out my dad.
But he's been a big supporter of JATV. We're known there, and also my shops, to be honest.
Jim's a great ref, good guy.
First bout in the competition for Sam. But Alex boxed last weekend. He defeated Mohammed Zakaria of Clovenstone in the quarterfinals. He had a standing count in the second and third round. It wasn't a very contentious bout, but it was quite a contentious ending to the bout, wasn't there?
Yeah, I apologised earlier because apparently, no, I did say last week I had a really bad migraine. There was a lot I was just trying to get through, but apparently I said it was unsportsmanlike from Mohammed Zakaria. I take that back. I don't know what happened in the corner. I could only see, so I don't know what was said between the two teams, or whatever. So I apologise for Mohammed. I did say, and I hope I made it clear, that I thought he was a brilliant boxer, great stamina, great boxing ability. So he was a bit upset with me, but I'll make it up to him. I'll jump out to Edinburgh and see him at his gym.
I'm still not quite sure what it was about. I did watch it back, and there wasn't an obvious thing, but I don't know what might have been said.
It looked for me like he pushed Alex Arthur off. But again, there's different people that heard certain things, and I'm not going to comment on it, but I'm just saying, I apologise if it came across that I was criticising Mohammed Zakaria, which I'm sorry if it felt like I did, and I take that back. And I look forward to seeing him again, to be honest. Hope he sticks at it, and just we'll see him in future tournaments and home shows. But in the ring, that's Arthur from Triple A, and Sam Kane, Ireland.
Alex, obviously the son, as we spoke about in the last bout, of former world champion Alex Arthur.
Yeah,
his namesake.
Alex in his corner, and also in the corner is a former Commonwealth Games teammate of Alex Arthur, Colin McNeil.
I'm looking for the corner. Can I not see it? Oh, it's another. It's blocked. I'm blocked for that corner. This yours?
No.
So I thought I was stealing Greg's water.
I mean, it obviously must be a huge help to have your father as a world champion and coach to bring you through. But do you think there's anything downside from that? Maybe that puts a target on your chest with the name you carry?
That can happen, but also having a family member, let alone a father in the corner, can have its downsides as well, because sometimes I think, from what I've known of other boxers, having the separation of the relationship helps. And Alex is, and he knows boxing. He's not going to get overly involved in that, but I have seen with other boxers, sometimes the father-son relationship can get strained by the trainer-boxer relationship as well.
Doesn't seem to be harming him much in that first round. No, he looked very impressive in that first round, Alex.
No, as I say, with these two, I've never, I don't think that there's ever going to be an issue like that. But when you talk about it in the general sense, then it's something you do need to really think about.
say Alex has a younger brother as well, Macklin Arthur, who's a very impressive amateur as well.
I know Sam's got a few friends and supporters in the audience, and online, no doubt.
Yep. There's another brother, Liston. Don't think he boxes.
I wonder where he got that name from.
Yeah. I remember when each of them was born. Yeah.
So at the round number 2.
Obviously a box. I'm guessing it's Sonny Liston, but maybe I'm wrong.
It is. As far as I know.
Like straight lefts there from Alex. Sam.
Alex boxing very, very well today. He's beating him to the punch with everything getting out of the way. It's
got a lot of power behind those punches as well. A bit of blood coming from the nose of Sam Kane there.
Obviously, the winner will face either Robert McNulty of Renfrewshire or Jack Swaney of Galashiels, which is the next bout up. This being the 80 kilogram light heavyweight category.
Straight rights and a left to the body, all coming from Alex.
Oh, nice uppercut in there as well. Oh.
Very impressive performance from Alex today. He obviously impressed last week against Mohamed Zakaria. I think it's fair to say he's won the first 2 rounds quite clearly. Obviously, not quite at the end of the second round yet.
Don't take anything away from Sam. Sometimes you've got to get an opponent that's tough, that's well disciplined in the ring. But Sam is pushing forward, and he's taking a lot of maybe headshots and still. Although there's blood to his face, he does look a bit tired. He's still trying his best to get in there. Hello to Brandon Butler and maybe Casasula, who's watching online. DM, who says awful commentating, talking about the fights, not personal life. By all means, come and join us. We won't charge you for a ticket. Or you can set up your own stream if you think you can do better. Nah, I take that back. Thanks for the comment, we'll take it on board.
Alex is a former member of the Boxing Scotland Development Group. He's not currently involved at the national setup at the moment.
That's it for round number 2. One more round left. Go for third and final round with Sam Kane, the red corner, Alex Arthur in the blue.
Alex is picking his punches fantastically well. Very, very impressive performance so far.
Last week, he's grown up in the gym. I've spoke to him, I've been out to the gym. I know sometimes that there's because of who his dad is, there's a sort of an assumption that he's going to be one way or the other. He was doing a lot. He was telling me he was wanting to go into coaching eventually.
Oh,
Great left
that
hand.
was
Big shot
big
there.
left, yeah.
Referee John Smith continuing the bout here. Left
Oh,
to
another
again.
big left, yeah.
Another. Maybe another.
That's over.
Referee's calling it. Great work there from Alex.
Also impressive that he didn't, when he did hurt him, he didn't rush in. He stayed composed. He still picked his shots. You know, it was an impressive finish from Alex as well. A lot of boxers after the first standing count might want to rush in and smother their work, but
There's
Alex kept the
line
range
between the confidence and cockiness that he has. But do you know what? When you go in the ring, you perform like that.
yeah, you're allowed to be confident after a performance like that.
Just wait for the official announcement and then get Ben to grab Alex for a wee chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I said before, first we take the referees for the safety of the boxers, and for that reason, Mr. Smith stops this contest in round of 3, declaring the winner and through to the final in the blue corner, Alex Arthur Jr. And please keep the applause going for Sam Payne.
So we just await Alex to make his way over to our interview space.
So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to find out who is going to meet Alex Arthur Jr. in the Black Heavyweight final.
Well, Alex, fantastic performance. How did you feel in there?
Great, no complaints. Everything that I've been working on in the gym with my dad's paying off, and the results are starting to show. Hard work pays off.
You looked very composed in there, even after the first standing count. You know, you kept your distance, just picked your shots. You looked comfortable. I'm guessing you felt comfortable.
Aye, it was great, mate. Great, lovely, happy with that, and just need to stay switched on, stay focused, and ready to go for the final.
How much would it mean to you to become the Scottish Elite Champion?
Everything. I never started boxing for this purpose. I started boxing because I was a wee fat kid, and the minute I got into the gym I knew I was talented, and that's me, ready, and now I'm here, so I've got no complaints. I'm ready to go.
I mean, the obvious comparisons will be made with your dad, who had a fantastic amateur and professional career. How much would it mean to just make your own chapter for your boxing family?
It would be massive. It would be massive. I've got no doubt in my mind that it's going to happen. No doubt.
Well, congratulations and good luck for the final.
Cheers.
So bravo there from Alex Arthur. Now we cut back to the ring where we have Robert McNulty in the red corner, Jack Sweeney in the blue. Both confident young lads in the ring. I'm clearly a fan of Robert McNulty, as I've seen his progression, and I think since the Western Districts he's really came out of COVID restrictions and came out his shell, and I think this will be some bout between these two. It's just down to Robert if he wants it. He needs to work hard. But this is Jack's first bout in the competition. 21 years old. He's been registered as a boxer for about 4 years. He's had 15 bouts. And Robert, this is also his first.
It is. He had a walkover against Ali Lang of Inch last weekend, and so he was expecting to box. I think Ali unfortunately caught COVID, so wasn't able to attend. Obviously, the reigning Western District light heavyweight champion Robert beating Jamie McCluskey of Camberwell Miners back in November. He's also previously been a member of the Boxing Scotland Development Group, like Alex Arthur, but not currently. Like Alex is not currently involved, but if you can put in a performance like Alex just did, I'm sure that can change. I think it's safe to say whoever does win, they've got their hands full in the final after that performance from Alex Arthur.
Nice shot there from Robert. He's using, as I would expect, jab.
Young guys again though. Robert only 19, Jack only 21. We've seen a lot of that throughout this event today. Young guys who haven't been seniors for very long at all.
Nice shot there from Rob. Nice footwork as well to go with these headshots.
Kind of compared to the previous bout or two, it's a bit of a slower, more methodical pace to this one.
And I have seen in the past Robert get involved. If he needs to box, he'll box. If he needs to get in a brawl, he will. But Jack doing great there as he gets Robert against the ropes.
We can see on the back of his trunks as well the pretty boy, which he was saying was his nickname on last week's show.
I think they passed that down from generation to generation in official boxing. I don't know. But the line between cockiness and confidence. I remember in 2019 I asked Robert who's the most cocky in the Renfrewshire boxing. He said me.
That's a cocky answer.
And in the final 10 seconds of round one.
Oh, big left hand from Robert.
And this is, Robert will engage in a fight if he needs to, but he's definitely calmed down the last few years, taking his boxing more seriously. But Jack, some nice shots there coming from Jack as well.
He liked to look at the belt as well, didn't he, last week? Obviously, the winners of the Elite Championships will get a belt.
Oh,
not
is that
just
the,
a gold medal? Yeah, the one.
The seconds out blue belts that they had the last
Yeah.
time. Yeah, they are nice.
So he seemed to be eyeing that up last week.
We were just going into round number 2. Can see, well, you won't see, but I can see. You've got the coaches from AAA watching on. The winner of this obviously got to fight box Alex Arthur in the finals.
Very cagey so far in this round.
I said in the Western Districts, both in the semi and the finals, you've seen Robert would lure his opponent in almost.
Yeah, he's maybe trying to do that,
Nice.
but Sweeney's just not quite going for that. He's
We've seen a bit of a mixed bag today for the Western District champions. We saw Caitlin Greaves, who's the Western District champion, win and get through to the final.
Yep.
And we also saw Dylan Arbuckle as well, Western District champion, win and get through to the final. But there was a couple of defeats. We saw Lewis Kerr, didn't we?
Yeah, losing to the guy he beat in the Western final.
Also, the other one, of course, being Mark Johnston at Newark Hill, losing to Ross McAllister of Byron Boxing Club.
Yeah.
So far we've had 4 Western District champions, 2 wins and 2 defeats, so kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
We've got one more coming up as well. We have Colin McDonald of Bravehearts,
and
the
with
reigning Western District champion in the male super heavyweight category. On our last bout of today.
Gary Fairgrieve, who
against Farrier Fairgrieve.
He is the reigning Scottish, or was that the year before?
He won it in 2018.
2018?
Yeah, 2018.
So 2 championships ago.
Yeah. The 2019 champion was Nicholas Campbell of Denniston McNair.
Of course it was, yeah. Now the Scottish heavyweight professional champion.
Well, that's why it's good to have you, because you know it's the progression in people's careers. For me, if Jack needs to maybe up his game in this round a bit more, I think Robert definitely took that round. First round maybe was a bit split, so...
Nah, I think McNulty took the first round, to be honest. He just landed more.
Yeah.
So Sweeney's just struggling to find an answer for this and find a way in to land the punches.
I'm just trying not to seem over biased, obviously. I'm a big fan of Robert McNulty's. And I think it would be great to see him and Alex, big left, rights there, body shots.
McNulty's starting this round at a higher pace than the last couple.
Yeah. Which he'd done also in the Western District, both in the semis. In the third round, he just sort of sweat for it.
Seems to be very much a case that he likes to start well and then finish strong.
How much confidence do you think winning the Western Districts or the North or the East Districts gives you coming into the Scottish Championships?
I'll be honest, I think because of COVID and people coming back, it was like more for people to prove. It was like, especially like somebody like Robert. You've not boxed in 2 years. He's an entirely different person, different boxer, more mature inside and outside the ring. And I think for him, it was more of a statement. Boxers like Dylan Arbuckle as well. It's like you're coming back and you're like, no, this is my area. This is my prize. But now you're coming to the Scottish and you're up in the game. You've got opportunities to get through to the elites.
Of course, talked a lot about the Commonwealth Games selection and everything, but following on from the Scottish Championships, we will have GBs coming up as well, will we?
Yeah, nothing's been announced yet, but it looks like Boxing Scotland will be hosting the School and Junior GB Championships.
Oh, good.
In June.
No, you've just announced it.
I've just announced it, yeah. I don't want to say the dates or the venue, but
a joke.
Until everything's completely confirmed.
Big left there from Robert. Jack is very tough to be.
So again, in terms for the elite championships for GBs, when that is all sorted, will that be a case of the assessments as well, or will our Scottish champions just be qualifying for that?
I think this year, because a lot of the elites aren't involved, it would be a question for Craig McAvoy, but I'd imagine because this isn't a normal season with the Commonwealth Games this summer and a lot of the top boxers not here. But it's not as simple as it was in the past, where if you were the Scottish champion, you go forward. We have the pathways, we have the squads.
Yeah.
A lot's taken into consideration. I know some people might still like the idea of you win the Scottish title and that's you selected onto things, but I think there is a lot of different factors that come into play.
Right, last 10 seconds.
Obviously, whoever wins today in this bout, they're going to get offered an assessment to get onto that squad. So
yeah.
Great bout there.
I'd say that's McNulty's to
for me.
Go through.
Robert's done enough consistently throughout. And as a fan, I'd like to see him go through the final and box Alex Arthur.
I think he did enough, Robert, to get the nod there.
Go back to Craig Stephen, your ring announcer, with the official announcement in the ring. Then we'll have the winner over with Ben for a chat.
So ladies and gentlemen, back into the weight contest number 21, we have unanimous decision winner through to the final in our in the red corner, Robert McAllister.
It's a great performance there from Robert. They're now going to box Alex Arthur Jr. and the final in a few weeks. And we'll get Ben to grab Robert for an interview.
Well, congratulations, Robert. How did you feel in there today?
Feeling nice and fit, ready for the finals now.
So you're going to have Alex Arthur. Is that somebody you've boxed before?
I sparred with him a couple of years ago, but it was not. It was technical sparring, so it was nothing major. But it'll be a good fight.
You were saying on the stream last weekend how desperate you were to win that big blue belt. You're one step closer now.
Yeah.
How much would it mean, though, to become Scottish Open champion?
It'd mean the world. Just to win my first senior belt. Be brilliant. Good at it.
Well, congratulations and good luck for the final.
So ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the cruiserweight series number 22. Boxers, please.
So we just await the teammates. Jamie Buchanan, Ronald Devlin.
3 rounds. Scottish men's elite cruiserweight semi-final. Paul Susan, the judge. Introducing first. Boxing out of the red corner. Boxing for the walk-in, the boxing club, Edinburgh, Jamie Buchanan. And the way the draw goes, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, also boxing for the walk-in, boxing club, Edinburgh, Ronald Devlin.
So that's another one I've been waiting for. Just because I've seen Ronald box 2 years ago, back to back. I spoke to him in the back. He said he's just letting it leave his mind that he's boxing his stablemate.
Well, interesting as well after what we talked about earlier with the coaches. It's all lock-in coaches in the corners.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Terry McCormick and Eric Brown are in the blue corner, the ones we most associate with the club.
So there's club mates here, both from Lock End. Jamie Buchanan in the red, Ronald Devlin in the blue. This is both of their first bout in the competition. Jamie had a bye into this round. Ronald was actually drawn in the quarterfinals against Samuris Abdullah Javas of Kane Boxing Club up in Aberdeen, but he withdrew, so he got the walkover into this semi-final. And we actually already know the final opponent will be Robert Muir of AAA Boxing Club. David Nelson had withdrawn from Kingdom, so Robert got a walkover into the final, and Robert actually got a walkover in the quarterfinal as well against James Nelson of Lock End.
Yeah, I seen Robert. He's a great boxer. I seen him last week, and he was a bit frustrated that he's not getting to box.
Well, he awaits in the final.
But these two boxers surely know each other well enough to know their strengths, maybe their weaknesses. Jamie does seem to have an advantage with the reach.
Jamie will be hoping for an early birthday present. It's actually his birthday tomorrow. He turns 22 years old. Both 21 though today. Ronald is also 21 years old. I guess the only thing that can separate them, the same club, same age. And Jamie, a little bit more experienced. He's been an amateur for around 10 years. And Ronald has been an amateur for around 4 years. Jamie's had a few more bouts as well. So it's a little bit more experience for Jamie. And he's also a member of the Boxing Scotland development group as well.
Nice work there from Ronald. But as I said, Jamie, let's have that advantage of the reach. I think Ronald's struggling to land a lot of what he's aiming. There we go, round number one. These teammates, both walk-ins, boxers, Jamie Buchanan in the red corner and Ronald Devlin in the blue. I said this is as close as you would get to possibly brothers in the ring. We were talking about twin brothers earlier, so that's even closer.
Just two more belts to come after this one, the two super heavyweight semi-finals. The heavyweight contest between Robert Torrance from Govan and Rhys Patterson-Hogg from Cleland is off. Both withdrew, as did Fraser Scott of Glenrothes, who had a bye into the final. So all three have withdrawn, so there won't be a heavyweight champion this year.
I can take it.
Yeah. If there's a spare belt going.
Aye, I stole a belt last night at a semi-pro show. I gave it back just to prove that I could.
We should enter, Jamie. We will still have 15 elite finals in 2 weeks' time.
That's good. It's going to be a good night, but it's going to be a long night.
So Ahmed Salih's pointed out that Ronalds and Jamie are both in the ring, have boxed before as youth. Did we have that written down?
I didn't have that written down, no.
So it's unconfirmed, but I know Ahmed Salih well, we boxed last week.
I'm sure it's true.
So yeah.
The big question is who won?
Oh yeah, Ahmed, who won? Nice work there from Ronald. And Jamie, to be honest, but Ronald was powering forward.
It's been a great day so far, all semi-final contests, all building up to that elite finals in 2 weeks' time.
Ahmed's just told us that Ronald won the first time.
Ronald won.
And someone asking, has Ruby Smallwood boxed? It's not a name I...
Not on the... Not entered, I believe.
You need to watch some of these names people ask to read it, because sometimes it could be a trick. But
so we know it's going to be an Eastern District final anyway.
Yeah.
Lock End versus Triple A.
There'll be two coaches who know each other well. Terry McCormick used to work Alex Arthur's corner in the pros.
What a story. Interesting. I think we're in for an interesting third round.
I think somebody's asking when Nathan Tarr is on. He's on the next contest. Nathan Tarr Barhead versus Ayman Amish of Granite City.
Yep, they'll be on next. Robbie Burns, thanks for watching. Ryan Smiley. We're just confirming it'll be the finals will be the 9th of April. And keep an eye on Boxing Scotland's Facebook page for updates on that. We've got one more round to go.
As we said, Jamie Buchanan hoping for an early birthday present. I think it's a day of birthdays tomorrow. We've already said.
Yeah, your son's.
My son turns 7, so I'll have a shout out. Happy birthday to Barney home for tomorrow. And also the Boxing Scotland CEO Chris Roberts has a birthday tomorrow as well. So, early happy birthday. We'll sing him happy birthday. So early happy birthday to Chris Roberts.
I think Jamie can wait. Spot there from Jamie, but Ronald trying to get him back in the ropes and just unloading.
Oh, big left hand there, yeah. It's kind of a different atmosphere as well. Once there are people cheering, someone's got it's only going to be one boxer's pals, really, whereas sometimes you'll see a whole squad that support that gym will be in. Yeah. When it's two guys from the same club, it's not quite going to get that.
No.
When Jamie walked in the ring, I think a few of his mates, they cheered him on, and Ronald sort of looked there and just the wee smug look in his face.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering what's going through the coach's mind. I know they need to put a lot of this out their mind, but surely they know the boxers in their gym, so you're basically giving advice to your boxer to defeat another boxer that's in your gym. But you know, coaches will work with some boxers and maybe no others. So
and we had a question in from Ryan Smiley. Why do the winners of these championships not automatically go to the senior squad? That's a good question, but how it works is that all the finalists, so all the winners today, all the finalists are going to get an assessment and the opportunity to go to a multi-nation sparring event as well. So they'll be assessed at those events, and if they're good enough, they'll be invited on. So what they do get is an opportunity by getting to the final.
So we'll find out who is getting to the final in just a moment. As we pass back to Craig Stephen with the official announcement. In the both lock-end boxers, Jamie Buchanan in the red corner, Ronald Devlin in the blue.
So, ladies and gentlemen, always the luck of the draw, or bad luck as it was when we get two teammates in the ring in the same competition. Please, before the result, let's hear it for both our boxers. To those judges, by unanimous decision, the winner and through to the Cruiserweight final in the blue corner, Ronald Devlin.
Well done to both boxers here. I'm happy with that. I think Ronald was a bit busier. But Jamie, fantastic ability as well. Maybe we'll wait for Ben to grab Ronald to have a wee chat with him.
So the second or Cruiserweight semi-final. Kingdom's David Nelson has withdrawn here for
We've got two more bouts coming up.
Academy's Robert Muir walks over and he will face Ronald Devlin in the final. We now move on to the
So Robert Muir, Ronald Devlin in the final.
From both our boxers in the semi-final.
Ronald, how do you feel in there? Well done.
Felt brilliant, eh? It's no very nice box. Our teammate, me and Jamie have had passed before, so I knew it was my duty to try and step up the game a wee bit. I'm a wee bit more experienced, so I thought I'd step up the game, and I've done what I've done, and I've got a unanimous win. I'm happy, but as I say, it's never easy to fight a home opponent, especially a guy like Jamie. He's good calibre, do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, better man won. And we've got to win the final, baby. It's coming home. It's coming to Lock End.
I mean, you must know him really well. I mean, I'm guessing you've sparred countless rounds.
Like past like year, we've been in the gym together, trading shots and that. But you know what I mean? I've been putting that bit extra and making sure, because I knew it was coming. You know, like knew it was going to 8 to 6. Kudos to Jamie though. It's not an easy fight. I'm not going to take that away from him. He's a good boy. You know what I mean? We have our good days, we have our bad days. He paggers me sometimes in sparring, and sometimes I pagger him. And on the day to day, Jamie didn't turn up, and I did, and that's just the way it's got to go. Do you know?
Well, congratulations and good luck for the final.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So well done now to Ronald. He's shown respect to his teammate. We go back in the ring. He's got Nathan Tarr in the blue corner, Eamon Amish in the red.
I think he's been getting that fire cup therapy, hasn't he? With
Yeah.
You see those are tattoos.
Yeah, see, the first time I seen that, I had no idea what it was. It was Ahmed, Black Assassin, that got it done first time. I was like, what's happened to you? I thought he was abducted by aliens.
Speaking of birthdays, Nathan Tarr had his birthday yesterday. He turned 24, so belated happy birthday to Nathan Tarr.
Still a baby.
He defeated George Carson of Cleland in the quarterfinals. Nathan did on a 3-2 split decision. Iman, this is his first bout in the competition. Although he is quite experienced, we spoke about earlier, 2019 Elite Super Heavyweight silver medalist. Lost to Nicholas Campbell of Denniston McNair in the final. So he's been to the final before, and he'll be hoping to go there again and go one better.
quite impressed with the number of entries at this weight division this year, because the super heavyweight normally is only ever, quite often see only has 2 or 3.
Yeah, so five this year. Yeah.
So hello to Robbie Burns, who's cheering on Nathan. Ryan Smiley's got a follow-up question asking where are the elite boxers from the EBG. I'll pass to you, Ben. You can answer that.
Oh, I think he's maybe just joined us, Ryan, but we've spoken about that quite a lot throughout the broadcast. Commonwealth Games this summer in Birmingham. So at the moment there's international competitions where the elite boxing group are competing at and trying to get ranking points to qualify for the Commonwealth Games. So obviously that takes precedence. Very similar 4 years ago as well. In 2018 it was very much the same for the elite championships, where we had boxers going off to the Gold Coast in Australia. So every 4 years, unfortunately, our elite championships does kind of suffer because of the Commonwealth Games. So that's why the majority of them are not are not here this year.
So hi to Mike Laverne. He's Scottish but lives in Dublin. I know you were watching last night as well, so I know you will get frustrated with the live streams. But today it's Pure Signal.
He had a better backdrop than this though. Last night.
Oh yeah, the bar. Jesus. Oh, it's nuts. So in the red corner, Eamon Amish, Nathan Tart in the blue. Eamon's corner, telling him to keep composed. Nice left there. Nathan. Sorry, Eamon. Just similar to Eamon, Nathan. But that's similar, but my brain just isn't.
Lyman from the Granite City Boxing Club up in Aberdeen.
That's your neck of the woods. You just
Yeah.
can't be that far out. Greg, originally, Elgin. No.
Yeah, I mean, that's still about 50 miles.
Yeah, it's about an hour.
Oh, to me, it's just up there. Just
probably-
up there, up north somewhere.
It's about an hour and 20 minutes away.
Yeah. It's like my cousins in America. I don't seem to grasp the fact that two different states, one in the east, one in the west, are like days apart travelling.
The Granite City Boxing Club run by Davey McAllister, who's seen the corner there.
A lot of champions come through that club over the last few years.
Yeah, probably most notable for his pro career, Davey's brother Lee.
But a lot of amateurs. Matthew McAllister was a very good boxer.
I saw him win the Scottish. He went pro for a while as well, but it's kind of retired early, I think. Darren Traynor as well is one that came in.
Darren Traynor,
yeah. And Amish have an example of changes to rules in the last few years about facial hair.
Yeah, beards don't need to be shaved now.
No.
There's a bit of a change. That was a change that came in from the 1st of January of this year.
Yeah.
There's a few changes, obviously some of the weight categories as well. There was tweaks as well, so there's a few changes from January 1st, 2022. Our CEO, Chris Roberts, keeps us up to date with all the changes with him, as well as being the CEO of Boxing Scotland, is the head of the R&J committee for IBA, so pretty senior role there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's very like evenly paced, and then all of a sudden you get these big shots coming nowhere. You feel it.
It's always good watching the super heavyweights, especially at the championship level.
Pretty even contest so far. I think it's probably all for grabs going into the third and final round.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's all play for final round here. I think I was looking stronger there towards the end of that second, maybe. And just out of interest, Jamie, do your microphones pick up anything from the corner onto the stream?
Yeah, David McAllister Jr. there being quite vocal to G up Ayman Amish going into the third round.
Yeah, just for those who are easily offended, apologies if you picked up the language from the red corner there.
I think he knows it's all to play for going into this third round.
Sometimes people message me because they've heard something that I've no. Usually, should be sitting with the headphones in. It's quieter today than obviously so crazy, so I have to use headphones when I speak to people, so we can hear each other or sit next to each other. But yeah, sometimes people message me they've heard maybe a referee walk past and say something they shouldn't or whatever. So we've kind of warned everybody. Robbie Bonds has it one each. I think it has been that close. Solid play for the third round.
A jab there from Nathan Tarr seems to be a kind of rare occurrence in this bout. Not much jabs as well. It's been very in close. Last 10 seconds, round 3. There we go. So we'll have Craig Stephen announce the official announcement, and then the winner over, speak to Ben. I think we've done a good job of that the whole day. Every boxer has really stepped up and agreed to come speak to you.
There's still two to go, so let's wait and see.
Don't jinx it.
I know everyone's been happy to speak, and some great comments so far from the boxers as well.
So we go back to Craig Stephen in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go back into the ring. Contest number 25. We have a 3-2 split decision. Going to take off the winner through to the final in the red corner, and please take the applause away from Nathan Tarr.
Well done, Eamon there.
Right.
And we will hopefully grab him for a chat.
So ladies and gentlemen, final contest number 25.
Iman, well done. 3-2 split decision. Did you think you did enough there?
Yeah, I think I done just enough to win the fight. I was controlling round 1, round 2, but he caught me right at the end. Last 10 seconds, round 1, and the same again in round 2, but if you watch it again, I was walking him down. Smart pressure, jumped his body. I was outworking him. I think he expected to win the round based on one punch at the end, but it doesn't get scored like that.
Obviously, you've been to the final before, a silver medalist in 2019. You'll be hoping to go one better this time?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. As you've seen, I've corrected my style from 2019. I feel much better. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, and I'm ready to put on these big boys. We'll see in 2 weeks' time. We take them out.
Perfect. Congratulations and well done.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, final contest between rounds in the Welterweight 92 plus kilo super heavyweight division. Referee for this one, Mr. Steve Morrison, introducing first in the red corner. He boxes with a Great Hearts Boxing Club in the borough of Whithorn. He is Ronald McDonald. And in the blue corner, boxing for the Royal Boxing Club in City Ledberoe, Gary Fairgrave.
Our last contest of the day.
Yep, so we have here, as you said, the Western District champion Colin McDonald and former Scottish champion Gary Fairgrave.
Yeah, well, Colin McDonald was also the 2017 Elite Heavyweight champion.
Oh, he won.
He won at heavyweight. They're obviously stepping up at super heavyweight just now. As you said, he is the super heavyweight Western champion.
Yeah.
Beat Stephen Jameson of Barhead by unanimous decision in the final.
Right. And Gary was.
And Gary was the 2018 Elite super heavyweight champion.
Yeah, who probably should have been in at heavyweight that year, but had not taken his training as seriously. Decided to hell with it and go in at super heavy and won.
Okay.
He has come down in weight a bit, but he's still above the 92.
Right.
Now with the Royal, when he won the Scottish back in 2018, he was with Leith Victoria. Prior to that, he had been with the now defunct East Lothian Boxing Club out of Harrington.
So we've got Connell in the red and Gary Fairgrave in the blue. Connell's boxed for Scotland in the past. Ronald McDonald not currently involved though. I don't think we've got any super heavyweights involved at the moment, but that can all change.
Yep. Yeah, because we didn't send anyone as super heavy to the Gold Coast, did we?
I don't believe so.
No, so the last one would have been Glasgow, and that was Ross Henderson, who faced Joe Joyce in those games.
The whole arena is almost silent watching these two. It's nice to be back and forward at times. Right there.
He's looping right in there from McDonald.
Response big left. The head. Fairgrave. Stephen Morrison just has this commanding voice.
Stephen Morrison, experienced ref. boxed at a high level himself.
Yep.
Scottish international. Back in the days when those kind of matches would be on the BBC. Saturday afternoon.
Set in the closing moments of round one.
Very tight, really.
Gary Fairgrave from the blue corner, Colin McDonald in the red.
How you see that round there?
I
then?
thought it was great. There was a lot of back and forth between the two of them. It was almost like a rhythm at times, like tut, 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 tut. It was like great work from both. I'd be interested to see how the rest of the bout plays out and takes shape. But they're both fit guys. I don't think any two of them back down. Sometimes at this weight, it's like your stamina can sort of run down, but these two guys seem to be in great shape. Go round two.
This is obviously the 15th and final to be decided for our Elite Championships finals on the 9th of April.
Nice little combination there from Fairgrave.
They should switch up, let these guys go first next time. Had to wait the whole day.
Well, I think for the final sometimes they do switch around the order.
Yeah, I know the last time I was at the finals it was switched around because they finished with the bantamweight.
Yeah, so it's possible that might happen.
Fairgrave in the blue has spent much of the match in the back foot, but equally distributing as much jabs and punches as his opponent, Con on the red.
And of course the Royal, one of the newer clubs that we've seen only really starting up in the last year or so. Junior Burton, a former Victoria boxer, was the head coach there.
There was a big super heavyweight from the Royal at the Novice Championships last month. Kerr, I forget, is it Jason Kerr?
Might be.
I'm sure Gary will have been getting some sparring in with him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing as well, with there being, the guys at that weight, when there's not as many of them, the sparring can be harder to find. Donald with some big punches into the body there. Fairgrave bringing it back.
It's great work watching these, honestly.
Fairgrave, a lot of what he's throwing there seems to just be coming from the shoulder rather than properly putting his full body into it. McDonald seems to be full-blooded.
We go round number two. Again, there was moments in that round I could have seen it going either way for the two of them.
think it's all to play for going into the third and final round?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, there was almost like a rhythm between the two of them, like passing back and forward, jabs and blows there. This is the final round of today. Conor Fairgrave, the Royal in the blue, and Gary Fairgrave in the blue, Colin McDonald, the Bravehearts in the red.
Fairgrave again on the back foot, but still throwing from that position. Was he telling them not to talk too much? I didn't really see much.
Sometimes I've noticed is a few boxers will be speaking to each other and they get pulled up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case here. You see that there?
Oh, give one, take one.
I really think whoever wants it more really needs to just take it in this round.
Very close round again, isn't it?
I know.
Not much to separate them.
Sorry?
Not much to separate them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Big left there. Conor.
Conor maybe just landing the bigger shots.
Yeah, I definitely think Gary's been, even though most of the bout he's been in the back foot, he's definitely delivered a fair few responses to Conor, but Conor's does seem a bit heavier, but
some bigger shots there in the last few seconds.
Final 10 seconds in the final round of today.
Will that late flurry maybe just sway it for the judges in such a close contest?
Wow. I have no idea how they're going to decide this one. But a winner we shall have. It's Craig Stephen. We've got to check and then make the official announcement. It's the last bout of today. And Ben Home for Boxing Scotland has been joining us. All day we'll be having a chat with the winner who will then go through to the final on the 9th of April.
Also, they already know they're going to box Ayman Amish of Granite City Boxing Club.
Yeah, that's right.
Before we declare the result, and on behalf of all the boxers here this afternoon, please show your appreciation for boxers in the ring. The judges score by unanimous decision in favour of the winner through to the final in the red corner, Ronald McDonald.
Well done, Conor.
Thank you so much for coming out and supporting the boxers here.
So I'll hear from Conor before we go.
Very safe journey home. We are back on the 9th of the next month, right here. It's a Saturday evening. Special events. Our seniors, our elite finals. Get in touch with Boxing Scotland, either by email inquiries at boxingscotland.org, on the Facebook page, Twitter page, all the social media. Hopefully we'll see you there. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and have a safe journey home.
So we're just waiting for Conor to come over and meet Ben.
Congratulations, Conor. Did you feel like you had the decision in the bag?
It was quite close. I thought I'd done the better work in all 3 rounds. I caught with some silly shots, but that's just what I seem to do sometimes when Ken. But I definitely thought I won the fight, like Ken. But it was a good fight.
You've got Ayman Amish from Granite City in the final. Is that somebody you've competed against before?
No, mate. I've just come back for having 4.5 years at the ring, so I'm never going to be a super heavy, and I ken that. I want to be a cruiserweight. I'm working hard to get back down to that, but like I say, the big man, he's in my rod now, so I'll just do my best to win. If I've been honest, I thought it looked quite novice. I've been a Scottish, British champion. I've won World Championships, European Championships, so if you're looking at it on paper, I should have been a heavy favourite, like, but I've said that before.
Well, you've won the heavyweight title before. Lee, how much would it mean to you to win the super heavyweight?
Well, I think it would actually probably mean a wee bit more, because at 92 now, I know for a fact that without the blame main horn, like, I'm a top 3, top 2, 92 in the country. No, in the country, in Britain. But as a heavyweight, I don't have my feet work as good. The bigger guys seem to take the shots a lot better. Like the big fella there, I thought he took some really good shots. So, I'd probably say it does mean a little bit more. So, definitely.
And is that the ambition as well, to get back internationally and competing for Scotland?
At the moment, I mean, when I used to box at that type of level, I think I always kind of boxed with a wee bit of burden on my shoulders, a bit of expectation, stuff like that. I'm a bit maturer now, a bit older. I box because I enjoy it, which I think everybody should do. But sometimes when you get to that type of level, you don't want to come back down to Western Districts or even internationals. So, I'm just enjoying my boxing, mate, to be honest with you. And it's something that I've not done for a long, long time. So,
congratulations and good luck for the final.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers, thank you.
So that was Ben speaking to Conor. Right, we're going to go home. We're going to pack up. But listen, guys, thanks so much for watching, for supporting us. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. And we'll see you in a few weeks. Keep an eye on Boxing Scotland's Facebook channel and website for information in the finals on the 9th of April. Anything else?
No. Good night.
No, thank you very much. I'll squeeze in.
And I'll just switch to this camera. So, thanks to Greg and Ben for joining us. And as I said, 9th of April, not long away. With 15 finals for us. Is that us?
No, it should be a great event. Some information will go out on that next week, so just look out on the Boxing Scotland website, Facebook for that info. And thanks again, Jamie. Thank you, Greg.
Yep.
A fantastic day of boxing. Hope everyone enjoyed it watching.
Right, enjoy this your weekend, guys. Take care.